Welcome back. Today we're learning how to write limericks, those fun musical poems that make people smile and laugh. First off, what is a limerick? A limerick is a short, humorous poem that follows a specific pattern of 5 lines with a distinct rhythm and rhyme scheme. Limericks have been popular for centuries. One of the earliest examples of a limerick is from St. Thomas Aquinas, written in medieval Latin in the years 1225 to 1274. This prayer by Aquinas uses the A-B-A rhyme scheme, a key characteristic of limericks. In general, limericks often tell a silly story or joke that ends with a funny punchline. Their playful nature makes them perfect for children and adults to enjoy. Before we dive into writing, let's understand what makes a limerick special. First, limericks always have 5 lines, no more, no less. Second, they follow a specific rhyme pattern. The first, second, and fifth lines rhyme with each other, while the third and fourth lines rhyme with each other. We can represent this as an A-A-B-B-A pattern. Third, limericks follow a special pattern of syllables that gives them a bouncy, fun rhythm when read aloud. The first, second, and fifth lines each have 7 to 10 syllables, while the third and fourth lines have 5 to 7 syllables. Fourth, limericks usually begin with "there once was" or "once there lived a," followed by a person and a place. And finally, limericks are meant to be funny or silly. They should make you smile or laugh. Now the fun part. Let's learn how to write a limerick in just 6 steps. Step 1. Brainstorm ideas. Before writing any lines, let's brainstorm ideas for our limerick. Think of a character such as a person, animal, or object, a place for your character, and a silly situation or activity. Focus on strong, simple words like cat, run, or blue. These tend to have more rhyming options and make twists easier to land. For our example, let's decide on a cat for our character, Maine as the place, and dancing in the rain as the situation. These ideas will help us create our first line in the next step. The more creative your ideas, the funnier your limerick can be. Step 2. How to start a limerick. Now that you have a couple of funny ideas to help you, it's time to write your first line. The first line of a limerick is normally the easiest, as it either ends with a person's first name or the name of a city, town, or country. Therefore, when selecting the last word in your first sentence, make sure you choose something simple, which is likely to have many words that rhyme with it. For example, there once was a cat from Maine. Step 3. Find words that rhyme with your first line. For our example, we need words that rhyme with Maine. Let's make a list of rhyming words we could use later. Rain, train, pain, gain, lane, plane, strain, drain, brain. Remember, we'll need these rhyming words for our second line and our fifth line, so let's keep this list handy. The more rhyming words you can think of, the more options you'll have for creating your limerick. Step 4. Write your second and last line. Now let's use one of our rhyming words to write the second line. There once was a cat from Maine who loved to dance in the rain. Next, let's think about our fifth and final line. This should be the punchline or twist that makes the limerick funny. Let's continue our story. There once was a cat from Maine who loved to dance in the rain, but always caught a terrible pain. The fifth line wraps up our limerick with a humorous conclusion about the consequences of the cat's rain dancing. Step 5. Find a new rhyming pair. Now we need to write the middle lines, which are lines 3 and 4. For these lines, we'll need a new rhyming pair that does not rhyme with lines 1, 2, and 5. This new pair should be related to your character, place, or situation. Again, try to think of simple, powerful words to give yourself more rhyming options. For example, you might think of the following rhyming pairs related to our limerick about the cat from Maine who loves dancing in the rain: splash and rash, puddle and cuddle, shake and ache, slide and pride, leap and weep, paws and claws, spin and grin, twirl and hurl. Keep this list handy, as you'll need it for the next step. Step 6. Write lines 3 and 4. These are shorter than the other lines, usually 5 to 7 syllables each, and they rhyme with each other, but not with lines 1, 2, and 5. Based on our list from Step 5, how about the new rhyming pair, paws and claws? There once was a cat from Maine who loved to dance in the rain. He'd tap with his paws and scratch with his claws, but always caught a terrible pain. And there we have it, a complete limerick. Notice how the third and fourth lines are shorter, but maintain the bouncy rhythm created by the use of syllables. Now let's take a look at some examples. Example number 1. There once was a boy from Peru who fell asleep in his canoe. He dreamed of Spain while drifting the main and woke up in Timbuktu. This limerick uses the classic structure and takes us on a magical journey through the boy's dreams and unexpected travels. Example number 2. A curious young girl named Grace wanted to visit outer space. She built a rocket from an old socket, and now she can't be found anyplace. This limerick shows how you can use your imagination to create fantastical scenarios with unexpected endings. And finally, example number 3. There was an old man with a beard who said, "It is just as I feared. 2 owls and a hen, 4 larks and a wren have all built their nests in my beard." This classic limerick by Edward Lear shows how absurd and silly these poems can be, which is part of their charm. Remember, limericks are meant to be fun and playful. Don't worry about getting everything perfect on your first try. The most important things are to follow the 5-line structure, maintain the A-A-B-B-A rhyme scheme, keep that bouncy rhythm, and end with something that makes people smile. Now let's see who can come up with the wackiest limerick. Post yours in the comments below. Happy limerick writing, and we can't wait to see what funny poems you create. That's all from us today. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel for more lessons and ideas. See you next time.